Welcome to A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host, Monique Robinson, where we highlight, celebrate, and recognize students from all over the country who are doing great things in the classroom, community, and athletics. Every student deserves an opportunity for hope and a future. So let's celebrate our students, the next generation of teachers, engineers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. Join us on another incredible segment of A Better Chance for Youth show with your host, Monique Robinson.
Welcome, and welcome. I know, look, y'all know when we go live, it has to be something extremely epic going on. So if you notice today, I have on, I don't even know, which side is it on? Yes. I'm representing, and some say for my school. So I'm representing class of the two. They say 99-2000, but I'm representing for class of 2000 of the Wilberforce University. Yeah, I'll be around a lot of people that always say "the" when they say their school name. So I'm doing a project right now, and this is episode 1. So I hope to have an episode of many, because so many people where I live in San Antonio, Texas, do not know what Wilberforce is. So I said we have some of the most elite graduates. First paying, homage to my parents. They are both Wilberforce alum. And, have some classmates and some people who I've met along the way professionally and as a scholar at Wilberforce. So if you are watching, I want you to like, share, comment, shout out your year, shout out your alum, and we will make sure we get your comments heard. Now, if you do know someone that you want us to celebrate or interview, because the whole motto is, look at what Wilberforce did. So I have some people that have joined us, and some of them put their year that they graduated. But, anyway, I want you to know what our amazing guests have been up to since they have left Wilberforce. Now, y'all know if I'm doing this thing live, sometimes I can't always see the buttons that I push, so don't judge me. All right, so what's up, Naz? How are you?
Fantastic. What's good?
Naz got his Wilberforce down, got his year. So I'm Naz. Tell us, what year you come out? I see the year. I ain't gonna, shout out your class and stuff like that.
Thanks for having me on. First of all,
anytime.
Sis. I came at Wilberforce in 1994 and graduated in 1998.
Awesome sauce. Now we got some other people in the back. Now y'all know we are probably the most unscripted place ever. I can send out a ton to run a show and we never follow it, but hey, that's why we live. Now let's see who we got next in the back for you today. I love the green and gold. Look at my sis, that green and gold.
Come outside.
Let me hold that shirt though. I trade you one of mine for.
I know. I need that shirt that you have on.
Penda, I love your introduction, Penda, and I love the "Let's Come Outside." That is a great.
This is a sweater. This is a whole sweater.
Thank you. I love it.
Courtesy of one of my good friends in Dayton, Ohio. She has a shop and she sells Wilberforce gear. So most of the things that I wear, even I don't have them on today, but I have some Wilberforce earrings. She made those too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then we have somebody else in the back.
Yes,
I don't know what year he came out though, but I don't know.
Who else you got in the back?
I don't know. Let's see.
We're full of surprises. There he goes.
Greetings. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
See, I got the memo.
Yes, you did.
I understood the assignment. Got it. Well, welcome to the show. Y'all see I have all Wilberforce guests, which is a rare. Like, I never get to see like my Wilberforce fam. I'm always on here with other schools. So I'm so glad that you guys are here to join me today. Now, if we don't follow the running script, charge it to my head and not my heart.
It's okay.
Understood.
But the whole purpose of our my movement is, look at what Wilberforce did. And I can't take full credit because Keon, I had these two on the show before. And, I'm thinking I'm interviewing them and they like, no, you going to start it. You going to start it. Like, so now we have to look at what Wilberforce did campaign going.
It's very important. And we're not going to gloss over the fact that you are down south with all those people who don't know about Wilberforce and the greatness that we are. So look at Wilberforce did. You got 4
amazing alumni. You know what's special for me? When I first started A Better Chance Television, Keon was one of my first guests.
Wow.
Didn't know that. I feel special now. I didn't know that.
Yes, camera barely worked. Lighting was kind of lighting was like, girl, you just playing. So no, thank you for even entertaining to come back. I think the book, it was the your book about relationships that came out.
Yep. After the snap.
After the snap. And I was like, I said, sure, come on. So if you are watching and you are interested in being on, hit me up in the chat. I will look back at it. But I gotta ask my guests this because we all are like different areas. I came out 2000, came in 95. Keon, when did you come in?
See, what happened was I had a great time at Wilberforce. I had a chance to grow up, and the actual academic course of study is one path towards matriculating, but socially, I believe that I'm matriculated. But I came in the fall of ¡93.
Okay.
And I walked in the class of '99. So I had
no judgment there.
A prolonged, experience at Wilberforce, and
But you finished.
But I'm better for it.
That's right.
I'm better for it.
But you finished though.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I was falling to that finish line, but I got there.
And because of that, he is a bridge. He is a bridge between, like, like ages and
wow.
Like he really is. Like he can talk to the young folks. He can talk to the older folks. Like he has that.
Those folks that haven't quite hit 50 yet, and those that are, moving through.
Now y'all talking about me because I haven't hit 50. I got 2 years. 2 years.
My birthday, my 50th is in 2 weeks. So I know.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Come on in. The water's warm.
Okay.
Hilarious. And now I'm gonna ask this question, even though I may know the answer for all of you. I may know the answer for all of you, especially Manasseh. What did you do while you were on campus? Because I get asked that a lot. Every college fair, every time I go speak somewhere, they're like, Wilberforce, it's only like 3 buildings there. I'm like, no, I was on both sides of the street.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. I'll go. There was when I was there for the 4 years, 94 to 98. I just remember Wilberforce being really an incredible vibe, an incredible energy. There was a lot to do on campus. Although, we are a small school and you have to try to make things happen as well. You got to get kids out. Back then, we didn't have computers in our rooms or computers or phones like that. So you had to get kids out of the dorms to come to these programs if there wasn't a party. If you were doing an educational program or whatever, you had to be creative in getting the student body outside to do things that wasn't party related. But I was in the choir. I started with that. And then I was able to pledge Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Mighty Z chapter there. I was also I became a part of the study abroad program where we went over to Lancaster, England and studied at Lancaster University for 3 to 4 months, all through Wilberforce University study abroad exchange program. I went to Egypt with Wilberforce and the Wilberforce choir to sing for the ambassador of Egypt, of Cairo. Like the Wilberforce is just, for me, there was people like, well, there was nothing to do. Well, I did a ton. I don't know what you did, but I did a ton at Wilberforce, and I am thankful for all the things that they were.
I totally agree with that. Like I found stuff to do. Some, allegedly I done, but can't prove it. I didn't do it. But so, anybody else want to answer about that one?
Well, I twinned. I'm an identical twin, so he and I. That was one of the unique opportunities. Many people who come with siblings or already have siblings on campus when they get there, you know, or a cousin or somebody they grew up with. That was a very comforting experience because I grew up in Los Angeles, so I was thousands of miles away from home. And I'm a pretty affable, friendly dude, and so is my brother. So we made friends. One of the beauties of going to Wilberforce and specifically for Wilberforce, it's nestled right there in the Midwest. So when you did get off campus for a short holiday where I couldn't go to Los Angeles, I got to visit Cincinnati, Cleveland, Detroit, Indianapolis, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, so Dayton. So that was an awesome experience, being nestled right there in Ohio, but also being able to see the country. So in addition to, you know, globe trotting like Manasseh, got a chance to actually, you know, see some states that you only really, you know, hear about for sports teams and maybe you see in movies or TV shows.
Awesome. So I get to pushing buttons, you know. Hey. So if you are majoring in, you know, TV broadcasting, and I need an intern that can push these buttons because sometimes I mess up. But anywho, now on campus, I don't know if you all remember, because see, my parents, did anybody else's parents graduate from Wilberforce on here? Okay. I don't know. Like my mom and dad, my mom stayed in Shorter and my dad stayed in the Milton. Mm-hmm. And so when they brought me to campus, it was like, you know, how come she don't have to stay here? I'm like, y'all. But shout out to my parents though, because they helped me pass history of Wilberforce and, you know, New Testament. They helped me pass everything.
Wow.
But in all seriousness, did you all have to walk before the Wolf building? Because I probably wouldn't have made it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did. The first 2 Shorter Hall.
Yeah. First 2 years.
I think your class was the last class to do it, right?
Yeah. We were the last class. I think to go to Shorter Hall, go down in the basement.
All of your administrative needs.
Yeah, it was different. It was definitely different. Listen, I mean, and there we didn't have any. There was no like major technology. Wilberforce wasn't, you know, some state of the art school or anything like that. But it was drenched in history. It was drenched in Black greatness, and you know, and being the first of many things. And so you felt that even though you were missing a lot of the state of the art stuff, you did feel like there was something special about being there. And I always joke about something happening in between those cornfields. Like there was something special that happened in between those cornfields. Like I don't know what it was, but the energy, synergy there was different. We didn't have any of the stuff that you would normally have at a school. You didn't have a football team. We didn't have, you know, we had a basketball.
We didn't have a band.
We didn't have a band then. Yeah.
We
didn't have any of that. But man, I tell you what, like I don't feel like I missed out on anything. And I have friends who went to predominantly white schools, you know, the Carnegie Mellons and places like that. And it's like, man, like they look at the relationships that I have still to this day with my Wilberforcian friends, and they jealous. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I went to school, I played football. I don't talk to any of those people anymore. It was like, you go back to Wilberforce every chance I get.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I know this year Manasseh gave me a challenge. So if you were part of the university course, and he kind of made me feel bad because I don't know, Keon. I don't know if you know Pendano. A couple weeks ago, somebody was in San Antonio and didn't say nothing.
I don't know who that was.
I'm sitting here sending out a message, and somebody gonna say, "Well, I'm in San Antonio. When I get back home," I was like, "What? You where?" You know. But make a long story short, you know, I was able to connect with my Wilberforce brother, You know, he signed my book, so I didn't have to act like a stepchild because I didn't follow directions. I bought it from Amazon instead of him. But he made it right though.
We good.
Yeah.
Now follow directions now. You know Wilberforce taught us better than that.
I didn't follow directions. I was just so eager to buy it. But anywho, Manasseh gave us a challenge because I don't know if y'all remember. When I was there, I came in fall '95, and until I left, I was part of the university chorus. You know, I was part of the group that actually like went to many places. And so some of us still talk. Some of us talk every day. So Manasseh gave me a challenge to reinvent that group of people. So if you are watching and you were part of that chorus the years that I was there, even if you weren't and you know some of the songs, because I'm gonna ask y'all that after break. And you know, some people know, like what was that song that hit every convocation?
Oh yeah.
Graduation. They bring that back.
Yes.
That's the goal when we come back. Come back in when Don Dance happens, and some of the people are really excited. I know the choir is back up to speed.
Yeah.
I talked to Dr. Say a lot, and also help him along the way with some of the things that he's doing. So you know, hey, we trying here. So Manasseh gave me a challenge for that, but I know there's some other type of reunions going on too.
Well,
Yes.
next year is my 30th anniversary from graduating. I know it's Manasseh's 30th anniversary as an alpha. Like
It is.
30.
We all have published books, and we want to get together during Don Dance in 2026 with other authors from Wilberforce, and definitely display that and put that on full tilt. So Wilberforce, man, listen, we got a lot of people doing a lot of amazing things, and you know, I just feel like we were talking before we got on, and Penda was just saying that we got to stop, like, you know, kind of tampering it down our flame. Like, we are great. We have done some great things. Wilberforce alum have done some amazing things, and we need to highlight those things, and we need to talk about them, and we need to give people flowers, and people need to give themselves flowers and stop acting like we ain't the stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we not the big schools, we not Howard, we not Hampton, we not none of that. But we are Wilberforce, and we you know what I mean, I'll put us up against anybody.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember I don't know if I was a freshman or a sophomore, but Dr. Muriel Brayley, I think it was an African American class and or some literature class or something. Yeah. And she asked a question, and I knew the answer to the question, but I answered the question with the question, like, is it 1954? And she was like, don't you ever answer a question. I don't care if you're wrong or not. You don't answer the question with the question. You answer like you know the answer. And if you're wrong, I will correct you. That got me right. And even though sometimes I'm still timid, you know, we do play this. Oh, I'm not all that. No, we are all that. We are all that. Like, y'all were talking about the things that you did on campus. You know, I was on the debate team. I was in Black Women United, Women Holding Interest in Professionalism. I ran for Miss Wilberforce. I was, what is that?
We did a play together.
Yeah, we did plays. I while I
was Keon said y'all did a play. Y'all did a whole play together.
The best of Jesse Simple, a Langston Hughes play.
Yeah, we did. We did. We were the lead characters.
And listen, like, you know, like Keon has been in the forefront of a lot of things, like a lot of movements, man. Like, this dude is such a humble guy, but he's so passionate and so giving and genuine, and you know what I mean? Like, it's the only reason that my book got finished. Like, he, you know, thoughts in my head, I'm talking to this dude, he's like, dude, you need to go talk to Penda. Like, it's because
of Penda, and that all comes back to Penda.
Yeah. I mean, she is the oracle on this particular you know, on this vessel right now. She's the oracle. When I got to Wilberforce, she was one of the first people I met. She was in the counseling center. I walk in the counseling center. She was there. She was just kind and sweet and passionate, but just a sweetie pie. And so she, when you told me to reach back out to her, it was just like, this dude is just a vehicle to like connect people, and like he just has that as a gift. So man, I thank him like a million times over for sure.
Going back a little bit, Manasseh, this is also an anniversary this coming week of when we went to the Million Man March.
Yes.
Wow.
Week. Yeah, on the 20th.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember
it. If you don't remember, I think Monique, you might have been a freshman. That it wasn't social media. So when they were advertising this, it was a big deal that it spread around the way that it spread around. And being college students, I didn't have two nickels to rub together. What I'm most proud of the community that is Wilberforce University, and I can only speak to our community. I trust and believe that other HBCUs have similar communities. And as I've talked to colleagues, friends, and people who've been to HBCUs around our era, they also spoke highly of the community, but specifically the Million Man March, the way the sisters held us down, the way the social organizations made sure any young man that wanted to go, they were getting a seat on that. They bought that ticket.
Yeah,
the sororities all bought tickets for the guys to go. There was so much outpouring of charity and making sure, and that was the other thing about our campus. There wasn't a whole lot of folks who could just stay in the room.
That's true.
Like there were things to do nightly. There was lectures. I was in the Black Male Coalition. There was keynote speakers. There were conferences we had a chance to go to at other colleges. There was, and then in this Enlightenment era of ours, this Million Man March came about, and I'm fortunate to not only got to share that with my brother Manasseh, my twin brother went, many people like from all across our campus, from whatever fraternity, sorority, whatever fraternity you were in, if you were from another state, if you didn't really rock with that person regularly, you had an opportunity to build and bond in that, I don't know however many hour ride it was on that bus.
It's like 8 hours.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was a great experience.
Charters was the thing back then. That's who probably took you.
Yeah. We didn't even. It wasn't. I think Wilbur drove one of the buses. I think we had some charter buses as well.
Yep.
And I don't remember how. I didn't take Wilbur. I don't know how the people got on Wilbur. Maybe Wilbur came in a little cheaper. But
I remember being there. Just the last point on that. But I remember being there and being so. I was so comfortable. It was so peaceful to be there. Like I fell asleep under a tree, like amongst a million people. Like I'm just amongst everybody. At some point, I had to lay down. I took a little nap under a tree. Woke up. People was passing out water. It was just an amazing experience.
Yeah, it was crazy. Then remember the first stop, and we seen all these other buses and all these other black men from these other schools, and the brothers just hopped out. Was like, "Yo, what's up?" Everybody dapping and bro hugs, and just like, man, we only had a little bit of time before the bus took back off, and all the brothers was like, "Yeah, we'll see y'all up there, man. Power to the people." Man, that was just one of the beautiful things that Wilberforce gave me, an opportunity to do that.
Wow.
Might be time to revisit that amongst everybody.
Yeah.
We might all need to march to Washington next time.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm game for it. It might take me a little longer. I'm down at the bottom right now in Texas. But hey, I'll get there. We gotta take a quick commercial break. But when we come back, because I'm an educator, so I love, if you could just shout out one teacher that, gave you your get together moment at Wilberforce. I might have about 5, but when we come back, I want you to share that one teacher that gave you your get together moment.
Are you interested in attending an historically black college or university? Hello, my name is Robert Mason. I'm president and founder of the Common Black College application. Our application allows students to apply to over 50 historically black colleges and universities at the same time for only $20. HBCU graduates have been some of the most renowned individuals in their respective fields since the late 1800s. In addition to that, our faculty and staff are truly committed to your success, and they have a vested interest in seeing that you do well. That, coupled with the academic rigor and the fact that you will establish lifelong relationships, are just some of the many benefits of your attending an historically black college and university. So if you're interested in completing the Common Black College app, visit our website at commonblackcollegeapp.com to apply now. Thank you, and get educated.
Welcome back. Y'all ready? You want me to
Yep.
go first, or y'all still thinking?
I got one.
Okay.
You go first. You go first. Oh my goodness. I already told you about Dr. Braley, but I had a professor, Dr. Johnson, who was a counseling professor. I had him my last semester, along with Dr. Situ's class, which were both very, very hard classes. And he was so tough that everybody was taking big dictionaries to class. And I just remember when it came time for the final exam, it was based on points. So if you only needed 5 points, you only had to answer 5 questions that you knew. But I was so worried that I wasn't going to do well. He was like, Penda Horton, what are you doing? Like, you got this. And Dr. Grisby was like that. Dr. Grisby, oh man, I used to talk to him even after graduating. He used to call me Dr. Horton. He'd be like, Dr. Horton, what are you doing? Like, people always would say, what are you doing to me? Yeah, just so many.
Dr. Grisby was a
He
good
was
guy.
a true.
Man, I love him. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he was a good guy.
He separated all of us in class. Me, Titus.
Yeah.
Titus. That's a name I haven't heard in a
TJ.
while. Wow.
TJ, Jamie. All my good friends. I learned
That's-
that,
Yeah.
I learned you can't talk in class in college because he will try to fail you. So I moved, volunteer.
Yep.
Well, I know for me, mine would probably be Mr. Williams, our choir director. He showed me that he talked to me and showed me about knowing your value. We talked a little bit about that before we got on live, just about knowing your value and how difficult that can be sometimes, and understanding what that means and how much you can ask for, or how much you can, you make people respect you. But we would go on trips, choir trips to places. And if the accommodations weren't right, if the food wasn't right, if they were treating us unfairly, he would let them know without a doubt. And he would make it very clear. We're the Wilberforce University choir. We are, like excellence. Like, he just stood in excellence, and he would not allow you to talk to him or do anything outside of being excellent and respectful to him and his children. I remember one time we got to a church. They were supposed to be, we had been traveling all night. We were supposed to be getting some food before the concert would start. We get to the church and they don't have the food ready. There's no food ready. And he's like, what's going on? And he goes and talks to the person that he's talked to. He let them know, listen, I'm going to get my kids something to eat. We all got on that bus and he drove us somewhere, fed us. Got back to the church. The concert was a little late, but he didn't care, because he was going to make sure that we got what we deserved. We got treated the way that we should be. And that sign of excellence everywhere we went. If it wasn't right, he was going to make sure it was right. And it was going to make sure it was right because we were Wilberforce University.
He was teaching you how to advocate for yourself.
Yeah,
That's
man.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, we went on tour. We would go down to some of these other states and some of these other places. I mean, it'd be like, listen, man, he was like, look, we're not staying here. The hotel accommodations are not appropriate. We're not staying here.
He did.
1 o'clock in the morning. He'll tell the he'll tell the bus driver to take him to the Holiday Inn. Find something open that's better than this.
Wow.
Get them right.
Yeah,
it happened more than one time.
Wow.
In real life, like we were. I don't know if Manasseh remember, but I was traumatized. They put us up in like some kind of like camp or something.
The campground. That's the story I'm talking about.
Wow.
We get to our accommodations, it's like a campsite. So they're like lodges with like, bunk beds. And
Mama O was like, rest her soul. Mama O was like, this ain't gonna happen.
Miss Oliver, Mr. Williams, they said absolutely not. Our children will not stay here. It was late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. He's like, they will not stay here. Told the bus driver, everybody get back on the bus. We're going to find, this is before technology.
Right.
Google, ain't nobody Google Maps, none of that. Go find a hotel open and get my kids into that hotel so they can sleep.
It was opening up that map.
Yeah. Right. Gas stations asking questions. Absolutely.
That's true, though.
He just exuded excellence. Like, I'm not a perfect man. I'm not advocating any of that. I'm just saying what he taught me was to appreciate yourself, to value who you are, and stand on it. Don't be afraid to stand on it. And he was not afraid.
That's good, Manasseh. That's a good. Sometimes I used to be jealous that I wasn't in the choir. I was in NVIP, do voices and praise.
Which, let's be clear, was not the same choir.
It's not the same choir. Y'all were the elite,
not the university choir.
Nope,
he made it known daily.
You were the elite choir,
yes.
But
I love NVIP, but I'm just saying he would make it known. This is not a cookie and punch choir. I still hear that in my sleep sometimes.
No.
Yeah, Mr. Williams, he taught me a lot. So Keon, I'm gonna let you go before I go.
Well, there were so many. I had Dr. Jane Ball right off the bat freshman year. Miss Vernon, who taught voice and also the plays that we were doing, Penda. I am a complex kind of outgoing, shy person. So I have some things that I'm shy about, and then there's some things that I'm very outgoing about. Mostly I'm outgoing, I say. But the voice and diction and the combination of that, doing that with the plays, which I've always kind of done theater, high school, even in elementary. I've always been on the stage until coming to Wilberforce. So when Wilberforce had some opportunities, I took it. And not that hundreds of thousands of people were going to come, but what I wanted to do was practice speaking out loud, articulating myself, projecting, and getting those opportunities in classes like voice and diction and public speaking. Those were really good opportunities. Dr. Mora,
yes,
professor.
Yes.
I had a chance to take a public. Was it public administration?
That's what I had her for.
I can't remember what it was now. Forgive me, but I can't remember the name of the class. But it was the first time in my life that I did research to the level. Because what she was asking for was higher, like preparing you for grad school. And I didn't know it then until I actually went to grad school. And when I got to grad school, my work was a lot easier because I had seen that back in Wilberforce. And you turn in your first little paper to her, and there's no facts, there's no citations. That thing get returned back to you like a Serena volley. Like it's back in your face.
Yes.
And you're going to turn it in right. She's not going to let you turn in mediocre work, and that's what I remember about being in her class. We even went to being resourceful, because a lot of the work that we did, Wilberforce had an adequate library, but we had to actually look into the area, right? State. She took us on a field trip to Ohio University's library, and they had one of the finest libraries in the state, perhaps in the country at that time. And we learned how to use the library system you know, in a broader, more effective way. So that was one of my kind of get you together, you know, in terms of, you know, being held to a higher standard. And then in terms of like developing and bringing something out of you, it was Miss Vernon and Miss Jane Ball.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, her book is like $400 on Amazon, Dr. Ball's book.
Really?
Oh, wow.
It's very rare. So I watch it to see because I really want a copy of it, but it's very rare. I don't even think it's in production anymore. It's
Wow.
priced very high.
Wow.
It's
Even
her
if
history book.
the campus archives will have it, because I want a history of Wilberforce book, like really bad.
Oh, I don't know. I have to see.
I'd like to visit our archives.
Yeah. Even, you know, Paul Laurence Dunbar, he was there, and, you know, Langston Hughes, just all different kinds of people that graced Wilberforce's
Those halls that people don't talk about.
Yeah.
I am so glad that you all are on here, because these are my daily arguments. Like I don't know. This is what I do, because every Friday I wear an HBCU shirt, but you know, I'm kind of biased. I have more Wilberforce shirts, so sometimes I'm just saying, you know. And so every Friday the kids look forward to see which kind of Wilberforce shirt I'm gonna wear. Or something. But here, when I go places, they're like, well, what is that? Where is that at? You know, so I don't know. I mean, I know Manasseh is in Florida, Pinda. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Well, me and Keon are in North Carolina. I'm in Cary. He's in Durham.
Oh, okay. But do y'all experience that where y'all at?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Experience?
Like when you wear your HBCU gear, especially your school, because I wear.
Oh,
you know.
Well, Pinda, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, all around me, all I hear is Aggie Pride or Eagle Love. Because we right here with,
and there are like 8 other. There's 10 HBCUs in the state. Now you can trip over an HBCU going to a store
anywhere.
You know?
Yeah. I'm so jealous of y'all.
Yeah. And it's a great experience. It's a great vibe, because two types of reactions I get usually. Like, oh, I've heard of Wilberforce. Oh, that's cool, man. Yeah, Wilberforce, of course. You know, and then there's the, oh, I haven't heard, you know, then you got to kind of educate them. And, you know, I've tried to be less condescending as I've gotten older, because you don't want to presume everybody's had, you know, exposure to, you know, like why would you only think that there were 5 HBCUs? Like, know all your HBCUs. If I hear Tougaloo, I know where Tougaloo is. You know what I mean? If I hear, you know, Rust College, you know what I mean? Other schools that aren't Howard, Hampton, you know, so
the oldest private institution.
But listen, I try not to do that and talk slow to them. Because there was a time when I first left Wilberforce, and I got this degree, and I'm walking around and I'm saying, yes, the nation's oldest.
The nation's oldest. I still do it. You better than me.
The nation's oldest.
You better than me, Keon, because I still give them a little.
You still slow talking?
Man, I'm like the nation's oldest private institution of higher learning.
Yeah.
I do that. I do. I catch myself though. I do it.
Respect. We got all single letter. We got single letter chapters.
Yeah.
We the first, bro. I'm not holding.
And you'd be surprised. I run into Greeks who, when I say we have single letter chapters, they didn't know that.
Wow.
And then after that, and when I hear that, I'm like, oh,
then I
I'm like, okay, what'd you say?
I act like I hear my mama calling me.
Yeah. I'm quickly in the call, in the call, or in the station right there. Because clearly, you know,
you didn't know that Delta was beta chapter. Okay, ma'am.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
I gotta
cool.
go.
All right.
Where did you think it was at? Where did you think it was at?
Yeah.
Where did you think the chapter was at? That's what I want to know. Where your history? That's
right. Did you read?
Yeah. Do they have the right materials to teach it? You know?
That's. So, Dr. Mo, I have a question for you. I know this is your show, but
It's a
how,
hey.
I
You know,
mean,
we never planned it. It's okay.
I would never like. I went to Bowling Green, and my parents met at Bowling Green. So I went to Bowling Green to get my master's. Right. I could not imagine my parent following in the same footsteps as my parents. And like when they dropped me off at Bowling Green, it's like, oh, that's the dorm where we met. And I'm like, girl, I don't need to hear all that, you know. But how was it, how was it for you? Like, did you buck at them when they said that they wanted you to go to Wilberforce? And then now on the other side, do you know they were right?
I honestly, being really transparent, I didn't want to be there. I had my heart set to go to Elizabeth City State. My grades my grades had other plans for me because I had a music scholarship until they see my grades from high school. And reality set, and my mom and dad, they don't play no games. It was either boots or books, and I ain't about to be in nobody's army. Like I couldn't follow directions with Mr. Williams. So what I look like being in the army? But that's like
that part.
But in all transparency, I got to Wilberforce in '95, and I just was like, I'm stuck here. Might as well do something. And my
it took her a minute though. It
did. I bumped my head.
She was bucking it. She did not want to do it.
Wow.
It was very clear. I mean, because we were in a choir together. I mean, I was an upperclassman, but we were in a choir together. That's how I know her. And man, she had an attitude. She did not.
And when I tell people this, some people are like, you ain't had no attitude. I just can't see you like that. I'm like, no, I was I was mean for no reason. And I just, I did not want to be there. And when I got in the choir, I established like Manasseh, Michelle, like some of the upperclassmen took me kind of like under their wings, Tanika. And they just was like, look, they have my back. Like, and then, on the flip side, my parents, they was like, we don't care what you do. You ain't come, you come home, but you're going to be in the military because failure's not an option. Like that was what they was weighing on my head. And then I started, getting involved with some stuff on campus. Was in the choir. People was inviting me to sing at the events and stuff like that. And then I never forget Dr. Henderson was our president. And he just used to always talk to me like, you sure you really don't want to be here? I was like, I'm gonna get it together. And I don't know if
President Henderson was the best.
He was, but I mean, that says a lot that the president of the university was so invested in you.
He had a personal touch.
Yes, he did.
Whether he found a way to connect with you.
Yeah.
For a lot of us that were far away from home, he allowed us to come to his home for a home cooked meal for the short holidays like Easter and Thanksgiving.
That's amazing.
Him and his wife, they loved the choir.
Yeah.
They would do so much for us.
Mm-hmm.
He was incredible. He was when we went to Egypt. When we went to Egypt with the school, he was there.
He was.
And this talking about this kind of stuff is just crazy to me because where else in life can you have these experiences? I was in Egypt with the president of my university, walking up towards the pyramids and the Sphinx that I'm going to see for the first time, right?
Wow.
All of us are going to see for the first time, but he had been there before. So I'm literally walking right next to him. We're walking up this hill, and then as soon as you get to the top of the hill, you see the Sphinx and the pyramids and all of that. And my breath gets taken away immediately. I take this deep breath in. He looks at me, and I got tears coming down my eyes because it's just a beautiful sight, right? And the president of the university puts his hand on my shoulder, and he's like, "Yeah, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. This is why we're here. This is why we're doing this. Blah blah blah. Expose you kids to life." And the president of the university. Like it was unprecedented. Like, this isn't like my dad. The president of the university is sitting here talking to me as we're staring at the pyramids.
That is amazing. I never heard none of these stories.
But we went twice. We went twice. The first time I think the first time we went, it was like Black History Month, guest as the ambassador. I still got the article somewhere.
1998.
Yeah, wow. And then the second time we went, my mom got to go, and I know a lot of times I'm very territorial with my mom. Like y'all know, my parents.
She's my mom too, so.
My mom ended up being everybody's mom. Like we would have our family reunion back then, Labor Day weekend. My mom would find kids on campus and be like, "Hey, y'all eating?" and invite them to the family. I'm like, "Mom, we don't even know them."
That's Wilberforce.
That's what they were. On the subject of Dr. Henderson, when I first moved to Cincinnati after graduation, he had worked maybe one more year at Wilberforce in his time and came back home to Cincinnati. So in seeing him around Cincinnati in some of the volunteer capacities he was in or whatever, he would always stop whatever he was doing and say, "Hey, this is one of my twins," and he'd introduce me to whoever was in his circle. He always made sure I was good. He always made sure if where you employed or you liking what you're doing, what his interest and his memory and him taking a interest in my professional development. When first of all, to do it in college was one thing, right? Yeah. But then to do it, now I'm an adult, I'm out in the world now, and for him to have taken that interest, that was one of the it was like having being so far away from my own parents, like having him in Cincinnati made that move even more comfortable.
Amazing. Where is he now? I'm like, we talking about people. I want to go sit at their feet now that I'm an adult and just
thank him. I'm gonna tell him thank you, because he saved me from a lot. Like I don't
Emeka Moore was like that too. Emeka Moore was the reason that I went to Europe.
I didn't go. He asked me, and I said, "No, I'm too scared."
He looked me in the eyes and said, "Do you want to go?" I said, "I don't know." I said, I was like for 3-4 months. He was like, "If you want to go, you can go." He said, "You just got to tell me if you want to go." He's like, "There's a lot of life out there, son. You don't have to stay where you have."
Amazing.
Yeah.
So that's right. You did go overseas.
Yes, I studied in Lancaster University, Lancaster, England, my senior year, January until April of my graduating year at Wilberforce, and Emeka Moore and President Henderson were at the forefront of that. There were the reasons that even happened. That's
really cool.
The 4 students. I mean, and like the co-op program, like there was so much there at that small school at that time. And the energy that was there, we had dirt roads. We didn't have paved. We didn't have a paved like road or nothing. Like it was dirt road. It was a lot of people didn't have cars.
No,
we had 3-4 buildings. That didn't matter. Like something in those cornfields got us 30 years later on this damn podcast or whatever we doing, talking about Wilberforce.
And the more you talk about it, the more I'm like, why would we ever minimize ourselves? Like we are talking about some amazing things that Wilberforce gave us and who we are as Wilberforcians. How dare we say, "Oh, I'm not all that." No, Wilberforce made us who we are, and as a result, like look at these relationships we have. I am so like one of our Wilberforce sisters is moving here next Saturday. I'm counting down the days. So excited and so happy. Like when I see
when I found out you was coming, I was like, "Yay! More!"
And Ron George, like I mean, when I see people that I love,
growing. Put North Carolina on your list.
It's really
I need some of y'all in Miami. Can y'all get any y'all?
Right. I'm like, goodness. It is 4 in Texas, but they like, I think one of them graduated in 80, one of them graduated in like 92. But they come to the events though, because I love it. Like every time
Monique.
Wow.
So next time, you're only 2 hours from my parents. So next
They
time
in Round Rock. I go to the water
they
park.
in Round Rock.
I
Oh,
check
wow.
on them if you need me to.
I keep
Oh,
you
that's
posted. I keep
good.
you posted.
See,
Yeah.
that's what Wilberforce
You know,
does.
Eris is in that area too. So yeah,
I
we
love
have
you,
other
Eris.
students too. Yeah.
Aries.
I love
Yeah.
Eris.
I
Oh my
haven't seen in so long.
Yeah,
I
see
Yeah.
her.
love
Yeah.
Eris.
Yeah.
See, she was
And
there my
Eric
freshman year.
McDaniel's in Texas. Yeah.
Eric. Man, I wish I could go to homecoming, but like I
Yeah,
get
I'm not able to
so
go this
full in
this
my
year, but
spirit.
hopefully we play this back and this gets played next week. So in the spirit
It
of homecoming,
is.
people can see can see, you know, how proud we are of Wilberforce, and Wilberforce can hopefully be proud of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
because it's a lot.
definitely
It's a lot. I mean, you know what I mean?
it
Kamal
is.
Smith doing movies, and you know what I
Yeah.
mean? The list goes
Corbin.
on. Like
Gino, yeah.
Corbin, Gene. I mean, the list goes on. We have amazing
Yes.
people doing amazing things, and it all came from Wilberforce.
Yeah.
I'm proud of our educators. We've got principals. We've got
Oh, doctors.
people doing collegiate, you know, work in you know, in higher academia. We got people, you know, doing it in corporate America, doing it in clinical research, you know.
Entrepreneurs.
Yeah, entrepreneurs. Yeah.
Yeah,
But so
I put us
I'm-
against anybody. I don't care what nobody says.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, yeah.
extremely excited that you all have brought up everything that because sometimes they hear from me all the time.
Mhm.
So when they hear from people who have walked the same walk, you know, even though I'm the youngest on here today. I get it. I'm the youngest. I get it. But, you know, especially the different bonds that I have with you all. Like Penda, you know, Penda is family. Manasseh's family. Keon, you family too. But like Penda knew me when I was, you know, still trying to find my way. Manasseh met me when he probably was like, who is this crazy girl? They got
I told you just reminded me of myself. Like this little chip on your shoulder. Don't really, you know, gonna give somebody told if they get too close and all of that stuff. So, I knew
Thank
what
God for deliverance. But in all seriousness, though, I am forever grateful for what Wilberforce has done and continues to do. I really am, and I would never. And Penda got on me this week. I'm be honest with y'all, because y'all family. Be honest with y'all. She got on me, but I didn't want to call her before we came over here because I didn't want her to tell me y'all. But y'all know, sometimes I go visit other places. But at my church, they had a song fest. And I know, Manasseh, you hold your thought. They had a song fest, and the pastor was like, hey, anybody know this song? You know, he was talking to the congregation, and I'm sitting in the back just looking around or whatever, trying to, not make eye contact with anybody. And so I felt so bad that I had to post a video of me singing the song at my mom and daddy church, because I was like, oh God. So Penda got on my case really, really bad in the text. So when you got on here today and was like, quit downplaying yourself. And I really hope when, if you're watching this, if you are watching the replay, and you graduated from the Wilberforce University. See, I'm around a lot of people that graduated from Prairie View, so that's how they announce themselves. So I graduated from the Wilberforce University. I say it just like them. But we need to quit downplaying our school. And I think the more we do these talks, if we can come up with some alum that is ready to share their story, I will dedicate from now to homecoming to look at what Wilberforce did, because I know we have different chat groups and they talk about all this unnecessary foolishness when it comes to homecoming. But it's time to be like real and say, hey,
we need to be builders. We need to be builders, not tear downs. Wilberforce taught us to build.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Each one teach one, each one reach one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I ain't learned one African proverb at Wilberforce. That's the one. And I go back to
we got from our own exhort.
Suo Monte.
We got to get it out the ground. We got to bring it from within. So yeah.
Ain't nobody coming to save us, y'all.
No.
I'm just, and I'm talking about in life period. Ain't nobody coming to save you.
That's
Save
true.
yourself.
Yeah.
You have to, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to dig in yourself and pull that out of yourself. Like nobody's coming to save you. You got to save yourself. So whether it's Wilberforce or whatever, you have to make sure that you understand that in life, especially right now, we have to save each other. We have to be looking out for each other. We have to build each other up. We have to. Otherwise, we're going to falter. We can't. This singular thought process where everybody are doing their own thing is not going to work. And where we are currently in this storm, we have to. Nobody's coming to save you.
No.
Save yourselves. Save each other.
You gotta paint this picture though, like Wilberforce in the middle of cornfields where the KKK would be having rallies down the street.
Facts.
Like the Underground Railroad was really part of where we were. So that's part of the reason why we're so close, because you couldn't be out by yourself. You had to be with somebody. That's what Wilberforce taught us. This ain't for play. Like
this family in real life. This family in real life.
To tell stories. The Tawawas, like
there's spirits there. There are spirits there.
I believe that. The Tawawas used to scare me, but I used to be over. But allegedly, I was over there. I said,
I mean,
there were the history of Wilberforce and the things that happened prior to us being there are legacy things. Their legacy, their blood, their sweat, their tears that are on in that soil. You know what I mean? And we walked on those hollow grounds. You know what I mean? Like, we are part of that history.
It's brown.
I know.
That's another caretaker. That's another caretaker.
Oh,
that's Mom Brown right there.
Keeping us on the straight and narrow, keeping us connected to our purpose.
And still doing it.
Thank you.
Still doing it.
Thank you.
She is forever my choir mother that saved me from many.
She called me the other day to make sure that I would send her the book. So
and you better sign
30 years. It's been 30 years, and she's still mama. Still making.
You better sign it.
You better sign it.
My book and send it to me. Now I ain't gonna go on the website, baby. I'm gonna just send you a check, and I need you to mail me my. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yep, and you sign it. You sign it for her. Like, yeah, this. I think about
put
that.
A smile on your face when you do it too.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah.
This is so good.
It was for me. I'll speak for myself. I didn't know that Wilberforce, because I didn't want to be at Wilberforce either. I had no plans on being at Wilberforce, but what Wilberforce gave me, I didn't realize until after it was all over. I needed what Wilberforce offered me. I don't know how I would have fared at a larger school, at a predominantly white school. I don't know how. I needed family. I needed a family atmosphere. I needed that small campus, even though I fussed about it, and dirt roads, and I fussed about it. But at the end of it all, I needed it. I needed what Wilberforce had to offer me. And it gave me everything that I needed. It was a family-oriented environment. Yes, it was small, but man, the relationships that I built are timeless.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
I feel the same way. I feel the same way. I needed to get out of Los Angeles because I think the expression of drinking through a fire hose, the culture and society, we would have drowned, my brother and I.
Wow.
And I think what Wilberforce presented was enough of the foundation of knowing what's right, because it was a small school steeped in church values, plenty of diverse students who reminded me of family, reminded me of a lot of the elders that were on campus, the upperclassmen. They reminded me of my older brother. My older brother went to Morehouse. So when we were looking at schools, by the time we came about, we was looking for an HBCU. It had to be an HBCU. There was no other option. And then it had to be a school with some importance and significance. So I remember when we got our acceptance letters, we were like, we're going to Wilberforce, telling the stuffy Morehouse dude, you know, that we had got accepted, and he was proud, and he had heard, you know, he had heard of Wilberforce. He knew a lot. He was telling us about Wilberforce when we got to campus, and he was still in Atlanta, so that was also great because instead of going way back home, we were able to stay gone from home. Like my mom was very protective in LA, but as long as we were outside of LA, she was fine with us seeing the world and, you know, going to do that. So we had to leave LA. I don't know that I've seen for you know how people are that live in, you know, in your hometown. They never go maybe 2-3 hours down the road.
Yeah.
Black radius.
Big city. You got people that's never been east of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I feel that if it was not for Wilberforce, I could have been one of those people who, you know, just a town, you know, a townie guy. So Wilberforce was truly a global experience. We had our African brothers and sisters on campus. We had, you know, it was just a cultural explosion. Like we were able to really, and then people from everywhere, from small town, big city. You're learning dances. You're getting trade-offs for food. You're learning styles,
clothing.
Hip hop wasn't as broad with so much intersectionality as it is now. It was just maybe 2 or 3 regions. But even the diversity of that, you know, we like this out west, but we like this in the Midwest. We like this in the South, you know. So, where else can you get that experience? You know,
and
it's
I'm
like one place where you can get a buffet of all these experiences while only being in one place, you know.
That's fact.
I mean, I don't even know how I got to Wilberforce. Like, to be quite honest, I don't remember filling out an application. I went to Wilberforce sight unseen. The only day that I never visited the campus, I saw it when I was a senior, and it was grad night.
Oh, wow.
And I just really think about, like, I went to Wilberforce. It was a half an hour away from home, but I felt like I was across the country because I was so immersed in the culture. And I think it's so important, like y'all are saying, Wilberforce chose us. That's the way that I have to think about it.
Oh,
like,
absolutely.
I don't think I don't got a letter like, I'm going to Wilberforce. Like, I wasn't like that. I wanted to go to Jackson State. And my daddy said, nah, Pen, you going where the money is. And there we are.
Go where the money resides. But you know, I gotta go back to Keon. I completely forgot that you were from LA. I remember the tour, the West Coast tour.
Mm-hmm.
And I will never forget how the I don't know, Manasseh, was you gone by then or you were still there? When we got off the plane and came through the corridors and how they sang the alma mater out there.
Wow.
And they had that. They were so
dope.
Wilberforce banner.
Back then, yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
They sang the alma mater and it rang. You know how hollow, like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a great experience with the LA alumni. They would send us care packages.
Wow.
They would send us off in the summer, each summer before we came back.
Wow.
Yeah, I met Art before he came to Wilberforce. The summer before he came.
Yeah. Bowser.
Yeah.
He from LA?
Yeah.
And wasn't Z's from?
Yeah.
Where you at, Z? I miss you.
Wow.
Man, this is so amazing. Thank you, Mo.
People are okay. Somebody put 937 over
937.
Hey, I remember, and this probably predate Penda. You might remember this. Remember when there was no 937? It was just
513.
It was all 513. I remember.
That changed your freshman year, Manasseh. That changed your freshman year.
I don't know. Before I got there, they was talking about pay phones and standing in the hallway. I was like,
oh yeah,
we had phones. We were the first class.
We had one pay phone.
We had the first phones, but our freshman year there was still pay phones.
No, ours was first. Y'all were the second year. Yeah, y'all were the second year of that.
One phone on the floor, and you curled up with your feet on the wall. Girl, my mama trying to call me. Get off the phone. Like, and then we got phones in our rooms.
You had to go to the computer lab to get your work done. There was no.
It closed at midnight.
You had to go to the computer lab. So at a certain point during the semester, everybody needed to be.
Everybody was in the computer lab.
Not enough computers for everybody.
Man,
Then you will always hear somebody yell out at some point during like finals week or something. I lost my paper.
Yep.
Oh man.
Yeah, I did. I lost Dr. Calendar's paper.
Oh,
And I wanted to throw that computer all the way across that computer lab because Dr. Calendar and Dr. Situ probably was the hardest classes that I've ever taken in my life.
So hard.
Dr. Situ. I mean, they have many people crying in them computers.
Oh my God. And your paper had to be bound when you turned it in. I remember going to Kinko's at like 2:00 in the morning for them to bind my paper so I could slide it under her door. That was no joke.
Literally cried because I was like, I'm about to fail this class because I'm not about to do this over. I done sat here all day in this lab. It was bad.
It was a different time. It was a different time.
It's just
no auto saves.
No AI.
No auto saves.
These kids don't know how good they got it.
They don't. Right. They don't understand.
So we got to take this last commercial break, but when we come back, I do got a big question because I need to know. Our next phase is from Wilberforce to the world, so I want to know like what you got going on because we all got stuff. So right after this, I want you to tell me.
What if your greatest breakthrough was on the other side of your story? Inspire Me Moments, Living Out Loud with No Regrets by Anthony Harris Brown isn't just a memoir, it's a mirror, a movement, and a map to becoming who you were meant to be. Through raw honesty, spiritual insight, and empowering reflections, you'll unpack your past, embrace your scars, and rise stronger. This book is for the dreamers, the educators, the men learning to breathe again, the women reclaiming their worth, and the leaders who lead with heart. You'll find real stories of trauma and triumph, tools for healing, and moments that remind you, the cape was never in the closet, it's always been in you. Inspire Me Moments. Live out loud with no regrets and all heart. Get your copy today everywhere books are sold.
Welcome back. What you have been watching is kind of like my own personal homecoming in a little bit. I do plan to be at Don Dance because I don't back down from a challenge. I might not do some of the things I used to do with my attitude. I use it for positive. So when NASA challenged me, choir members, I need y'all to show up and show out. Y'all never told us what song it was that we did.
I loved when you guys used to do God Is.
Yes.
You did God Is. I remember graduation coming to like it was all decorum and all, procedure. God Is started. People went to church. Grandmas got out of walkers. Everybody was everywhere. Graduation 99. Everybody was. It was just like when the more secular song Cash Money came on. That was Jesus' Cash Money. When God Is played and the choir went to town, I put that up against any choir anywhere. Wilberforce's God Is.
God Is.
If that is recorded somewhere, I want to buy it. I want to own it. Send it.
Ebony, call me. I got a copy of this CD. I got you.
Send it.
CD.
I got you.
Send it. Yeah.
Only because you kicking off this, look at what Wilberforce did. I will send you a copy of the CD.
Yeah, send that. Yeah.
That CD. Manasseh.
I'm getting chills right now thinking about it.
I mean, I felt surrounded by all of the thousands of graduates from every generation ever when that song was sang,
Wow.
And it had been sung, all them years I was there. Every convocation I've been to, but it was something about the last time you hear it as a student of Wilberforce.
Oh wow!
That it just that and the alma mater, of course. The first time you get to sing it as an alumni, and each time after is special.
Right.
I
cried like a big old baby.
That is a standard. Like I hope that whatever they're doing in the music department today, that someone has told them that's Wilberforce.
Yeah.
They gotta bring that back.
Dr. Say is definitely trying to connect alumni with the choir. I can say that about him. Like, he reaches out, he invites. Now, if the choir is in your neighborhood, please go out and support. Last week they was in Indianapolis.
We're trying. Penda, I got something to talk to you guys about. Miss Bonnie had talked to President Newkirk.
Wow.
Who's from North Carolina. So we're going to try to see what we can do to raise some money so we can get the choir down here, maybe even the band as well.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're working it with the church. My church here is trying to do an HBCU initiative. Only thing is, I we got to go with what's around us. It's 9 HBCUs in Texas. However, I always try to see if you're gonna get mine first, even though it's
of course.
But no, let me know, Keon. I might be able to come up there for that. I know I go to Cleveland every year for their college fair if I can. Because my mentor, I'm shocked he didn't jump on here because he outnumbered today. Usually it's Bethune or somebody else, but since we outnumbered, he might not show up, but he might be in the comments. So I better be quiet. But
Bethune got homecoming this week, so they doing their homecoming. I got we got a good friend of mine I used to work with, a fraternity brother. I saw him posting. He's on his way down to homecoming. Okay. Then Mary's kids. Yeah, they on their way to Florida.
Mary's kids. That's amazing.
Hear it all the time, and I'm never overcrowded the room with Wilberforce graduates, and they vicariously live through me and my memories. So it's like, come on, y'all, we got dope people too. Y'all just don't, y'all overpower us. So now, from Wilberforce to the world, my experience have been, I want to, first I want to thank all of you, Manasseh, Penda, and Keon. Wilberforce gave me a voice that I didn't have. And it taught me to channel my energy. I know I didn't really mention my favorite professor that stood out the most because I got like 3. I will never forget Dr. Moore giving me that F on that well-written pencil report. She politely gave it back like, baby, you in college. This needs to be typed out by tomorrow. Yeah.
Wow.
That'll learn you.
That'll learn me real quick. That paper was here too. And Mr. Williams taught me how to stop using this and use this. Yeah. And Manasseh was there. They would miss dinner plenty of days because of me. Because of this.
Yeah. Stop talking and think first.
Shh. Wow.
Think before you say so.
Yeah. And so
there you are. Hey, Popcorn. It's Dr. Popcorn.
Yeah, I know you had it down. You one of Mary's kids. I know you had it down. Yeah.
I told you, I'm like, I know he watches somewhere. Shakti pop in the screen. Like, you never know what to expect from him. So that's why I was like, let me see. Let me be nice. Tread lightly. But in all fairness, Mr. Williams, that last year that I was in the choir, and he told me I was one of the most improved soloists or what have you. I mean, and I get it, because freshman year I really learned how to like zip it, lock it. The principles that he was teaching me then helped me fight and advocate in the world now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can go in the room and knowing that people don't expect expect me to have a doctorate. Of course not, but it taught me to be humble enough to use this and get at them instead of being sassy, Monique.
Yeah, that's good. Wow.
Yeah, so let me hear from y'all before we wrap it up. What y'all been up to, Wilberforce to the world? Because Wilberforce taught me how to stand on business and make it happen.
Well, I'll go. Y'all know I dropped this book, Uncharted Territory: A Father's Journey, on September 1st. Thanks to the people that are all on here. Keon for being who he is and patching me in, to my sister, Penda, who was my writing coach and helped me get this book out here. It is my testimony, I guess, about my life as a stay-at-home dad. I've been a stay-at-home dad since our oldest son Elijah was born, and I've written about all of the ups, downs, the bad, the ugly, the good things of fatherhood and parenting, and I want to share it with the world. The epilogue also has lessons for my children and possibly anybody else who feels like the lessons could affect them and penetrate their lives. And so I'm very excited about sharing this with the world. As Tupac would say, it's the realest thing I've ever wrote. I kind of bear it all. I try to be as honest as I can, and I try to be as vulnerable as I can in this book to show people some of the things that I've gone through and hopefully help them along their path as they read it and kind of get into it. So I'm very excited for it. I hope everybody goes and gets it. You can purchase it from www.manassat.com, and I will sign it and I will send it to you. And I would love to get your feedback as well. I'm going to definitely be doing some lives with people like Keon and some other people, so they can, so us brothers can talk about what this means to them and maybe how it affected their lives, or how they can, just give me some feedback on how it made them feel. And so far, so good. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from it, and I'm just thankful for everybody who supported. Please go get it. I know a lot of people, right?
Yes,
I know a lot of people, and a lot of people haven't bought this yet. So get to it, people.
I know that's right.
Yeah, I know a lot of people.
If you went to Wilberforce, buy the book.
I'm so happy for you.
I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
Go get the book.
Go get the book. Absolutely.
And get it from him and not on the website, because he will fuss at you. And see
Not on Amazon. Get it from him.
I can't sign it if you get it from Amazon. I can sign it if you get it from manassat.com.
I learned. Goodness.
You good. You ain't got it. You good. We good.
We fam again.
We all right. So that's what I've been up to. I've been up to this book. Go get the book. Penda got a book coming out.
Yeah, Penda has a book coming out. Monique, you got your logo. Thank you. You got your logo over my book cover, but Running Between Dandelions, it is it's my first novel. It has been a dream to write a novel. I wanted to honor my mother. My mother is deceased, and honor relationships and the sister friends that pull us through when life is hard. The log line is: a woman must understand her mother's story in order to overcome her fear of being an unfit mother. So since Wilberforce, my desire is to help people tell their stories, and I most recently have been working with mostly Wilberforce grads like Keon and Eris, and just so many people who found me after all these years when my gift was literally born at Wilberforce. I also will be starting my production company, Penscribe Productions, because I have some short films. Actually, the novel was inspired by a short film, and so I want to go into production in May with this film called Yellow, and then we're going to travel the world and talk about it. Mm-hmm. I really am just desiring I want to be one of those notable alum of Wilberforce, so that where, like, when I'm dead and gone, they'd be like, Penda James went there. Yes, I think about that. I want to make Wilberforce proud, and the people who poured into me proud, because there were too many sacrifices and too many open doors for me. So this ain't for play. That's what we talking about. Come outside. Let's go. It's on you, Keon.
Well, I am. Let's see. Okay. I am proud of my two published works that are in the world. They're for right now available on Amazon only. Locally, I'm doing some distributing, but if you want to support me, you can look up After the Snap. This is my first book. This was a very vulnerable exploit of myself. I was able to kind of share poetry. I'm a poet, as you can see in my tagline. I've been writing poetry since I was in 6th grade. And one of the things that I've always been able to make sense out of life, when life is kind of lifing, is I can always kind of slow myself down, turn everything off, chill out to some music, and get to writing. So during one of the difficult times of my life, in my previous life, I was divorced, and I wrote about the tales of that in poetry. So this was kind of like a narrative poetry. So fast forward, what Wilberforce did for me is now I'm happily married, about to celebrate 9 years tomorrow with my lovely Wilberforcian Rashaki Furnace. And I was able to move past this point of my writing journey and get into Love Multiversal. So this book is a collection of poems loosely themed off of Marvel and other superhero themed shows that had arcs in them where they were in some romantic setting. So I was able to kind of turn those into stories about poetry and love, and relating them even back to like real life and things that I've experienced. So Love Multiversal is on Amazon, and so is After the Snap. I'm also working with local poetry nights, trying to get my shape and my weight together for being involved with slams and really doing the performance side of things. I love writing mostly, but for poetry, it is better to sell your work if you are hitting the stage often. So trying to find those opportunities, and recording to music. Those are some other opportunities that are coming down the pipe. Doing some tinkering with script writing for some ideas that I have, and and then where I have left, if I'm giving it mostly to God and to family, to my art, to work, the rest to Wilberforce. So that's what I'm doing now.
Love it. So
and Keon is very active as a Wilberforce alum in Wilberforce alumni affairs.
He's my president.
That's what I was about to say. I didn't want to say it and say it wrong.
And I accepted a role on the board as well. This past Dawn Dance as well. So
I watched it.
He don't just talk it.
Yeah. So I'm excited to kind of give my time, my talent. If I don't have a lot of treasure right now, time and talent is hopefully something that we can farm and mine, and hopefully it'll yield something from my contribution that'll help Wilberforce along. And really, that's really my attitude with people. It's just whatever I can do for you.
I like that, and I like the connection that it constantly brings. Like here, like I said, it's only 4 of us. And Cassandra, she will come to anything, and both the alum, they both are old heads, but they will come to anything that I do, and they're like, "You're not about to be the only Wilberforce person here." I get excited. We'll dress up and take our pictures and have our, our banner. We do. But y'all not the only ones out here in these streets doing stuff. Nah,
you better talk.
Yeah.
I have
still.
That's not. I need to see your books.
Yeah.
I have 2 books. That just came out. This one is my first visionary project. Probably working on the next volume. I'm gonna be doing an author call. This one is really Voices of Education. Oh, nice. So what we did with Voices of Education is, I feel like the Black teacher don't get to really talk much. And there are a lot of great African American educators. Shout out to both my parents who are educators, and I didn't understand it growing up. Like, why we always got these kids over here? They are not your kids. You teach them, leave them there. But I know I'm grown. But I have a group of individuals from different walks of life who are educators telling their story, their rookie mistakes. And it's honestly a good read. Some of the people that are in the book have been principals, have been classroom teachers. One of the authors, like, true life story. We both was in South Florida together, and we almost got fired on our first day. True story. Because I know it wasn't our fault. Thank God I don't drink. But a group of teachers went to happy hour, but they wasn't smart enough at knowing the time of day. And we had to go back to work. And so they, got dismissed. But, Wilberforce taught me to always hold on to my paperwork, my receipts. And so that's why we got to keep our job, because it wasn't nothing on my receipt. So, but that's that one. So this is Voices of Education. It's really a really good read, especially if you want to go into education and you don't really get the full backstory of how things work. And then, but this one, this is dedicated to my parents. Y'all know I love doing the children's books because my nephew but that's like, what? This is my children's book. The title has changed. So it's not, look at what Woo did.
Oh.
This is the one I gave to my parents because it says, look at what Woo did. But the one that is actually for sale is Our Family Began in HBCU. Now, I did keep this. I'm going to show y'all a picture. It's probably going to trip y'all out. This is why I changed the name, but this is why I kept this picture in here. I don't know if you can really see it.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
They took my parents' actual wedding picture, because my parents got married their sophomore year at Wilberforce. And that's, this was supposed to be their graduation gift because they had their
50th.
Yeah. They got their golden. Woo! That was the hardest day ever. They got their
that's
golden
legacy,
diploma.
man. That's legacy right there.
So, and I was, trying to push to get it released, and it didn't get released till recently. So it was like, dang, I wanted to get this to their classmates. But so this is the newest children's book. It is available on Amazon, but it is not listed under that name. If you want that name, you have to get it strictly from me. But so that's what I have going on. I'm still doing my nonprofit.
You got 9 more books.
Oh my God, Penda. I have this one too.
It's upside down. I'm not gonna let you minimize yourself after we just had all these big old conversations about
let's let it. I mean, that's goals right there.
Let it fly, right? Me with this one little single, one little book. I'm over
this
here,
is your show, like
JV, like y'all over here.
You got me like DJ Khaled and another one.
Absolutely. And you know what? This is going to be so important to come back to Wilberforce with our work, so that these young kids who have thoughts, who have ideas, who, maybe there's an author that we can help get published while they're still in school.
Yeah. And if they are interested, have them reach out to me. Like, I don't mind helping. I mean, I'm one of those, and I think one of my colleagues said it best. She's like, you a connector, man. You'll find somebody. Because my thing is, I am not a gatekeeper. If I know an idea, I'm going to pass it on. I don't have the crab in the bucket mentality.
No.
And I think that's what hinders us as a community. And before we go, I have to say this, because at Wilberforce, that's what taught me how to, calm down the rough edges around myself. I will never forget in New York. I think we was on the Today Show. We were in New York, and that was when I found out that my sister had AIDS, and she, and Tanika and Michelle, because I've always been private. I don't tell people my business, and they just was like, what's wrong? How can we help? That's family. You know, when my sister passed, who was there? People from the choir.
Yeah.
That's the first time I heard you talk about it. Like,
yeah.
As free, like what people might not know. Like I graduated from high school with her sister. So the family lines run deep with us. So it was tough when she passed, but Monique never talked about it. So this is the first time I heard you talk about it like freely without inhibition. I see the growth, sis.
Yeah, it used to mess me up because me and my sister, and that's why I value people with siblings. We did not get along. We was completely opposite. Vanessa, like, whoa, we completely opposite.
I know.
Completely, like down to the wire opposite. And woo. But I learned to grow when I got, met friends and seen a different way of life. Like I was from Dayton, but I was never home. You live where? Your mama want company this week? I used to go visit. I think I was in Louisville more than I was in Dayton. People probably thought I was from Louisville. But so I'm just saying, make those connections and those friends while you are there.
Yeah.
Y'all got any final thoughts before we get out of here?
No, love yourself, take care of yourself. We're in unprecedented times. Nobody's coming to save you. So you better start talking to the people we need to start reaching out, helping each other out. Folks need to, we listen, we gotta go. We're not foreigners to rough times.
No.
I mean, we're not foreigners to having to struggle and having it. That's where we probably most comfortable because we've done this for so long. We know how to do it. But we're in unprecedented times. So just please, everybody, show a little patience, show a little grace, and let's just take care of each other.
Facts.
Yep. Facts. You said it best.
Yeah, I'll go next. I've got this quote up on my Facebook profile by Jonas Mekas.
Okay.
It says, "In the very end, civilizations perish because they listen to their politicians and not their poets."
Oh, I see what you did there.
Okay.
Well done. Well done.
I see what you did there. I know I'm just, I on my TikTok, when I first started TikTok, I said, do you ever remember the days when you would be like, hey, what you doing? Come outside. And now that's how I start all my lives. Like, come outside. I think it's time for us to come from behind the four walls. And this is where we get our healing. This is where we get our growth from. And remember your strength so you can write it down.
Okay. And this is where that's where the revolution gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen in those four walls. They gonna happen outside.
Come outside.
Definitely. I love this. Now, if you are watching the replay or you're watching along with us, and please know that this will probably be the show all next week because this weekend it's gonna be busy. But what I want you to do is inbox me those graduates that, or it might be yourself that want to say, look at what Wilberforce did. I am dedicating all next week to shout out these alum and their amazing stories because I know they don't really talk about it much, but recruitment and retention is a thing. Yeah. If people don't see success, it probably won't happen. So,
absolutely.
And we named about 39 people on this live, so you got a whole list of people.
Right. Yeah. And so you name people and then people are chiming in, even though it's kind of like the 9th hour, so they must be watching from the beginning because I'm like, that was an old comment. But anywho, thank you for joining us tonight. And again, if you want to be highlighted, look at what Wilberforce did. Everybody got their look showing it. Look. So, I'm jealous. I need that shirt, like in real life. Where you get that from, Keon?
One of the tables at Dawn Days. I can't remember. I don't know if this isn't a firm. This is somebody else. This might be the bookstore.
This is firm right here.
Yeah.
I think this is firm too. I love you, Firm, and Miss Brown.
Oh man, they the best.
Yeah.
I love all of y'all. I want to thank each and every one of y'all in this square. Monique for being so humble and gracious to use your platform to catapult and push people forward. To Penda for helping me get my story out. For Keon for always being my brother and always being there for the convos and the support. I just thank all of you guys. I appreciate you.
Awesome.
Anything I can do, let me know. Y'all know I'm a text, a phone call away. Even if you're in San Antonio and don't tell nobody, just text me and I'll show up. Just kidding. I'll let you slide. Just kidding. So it's been fun, but we definitely got to run. Like, share, comment. Hit me in the inbox if you are interested in being highlighted. All next week is dedicated to Wilberforce and homecoming because it's homecoming.
Yeah, it's homecoming. Yeah.
Homecoming. I'm not gonna make it to
I'll be there in spirit.
I'll be there.
I live vicariously through y'all. Try to get there.
But I'm coming to Dawn Dance though.
Yeah. I'll be at Dawn Dance.
We'll be at Dawn Dance. Let's go.
Dawn Dance. Yep.
I'll be there. So it's been fun, but we definitely got to run and stay tuned. Check out because this is absolutely what Wilberforce did. Look at that. Boom. Got the glasses and the hat.
Let's go.
That's good.
For inspiration, motivation, and the good news of Jesus Christ. Look no further. The Daily Gospel Network has what you need. With more than 300 ministries from all over the country broadcasting every week, you're sure to get your dose of spirit-filled encouragement from the great programs on the Daily Gospel Network. Catch the Daily Gospel Network on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, all mobile devices, and the internet.
Tune in to A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network, the television show dedicated to highlighting incredible students on their quest to change the world. Join us every week as we uplift the youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. Catch A Better Chance for Youth television show with host Monique Robinson on the Daily Gospel Network. Thanks for watching A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson, the television show where we highlight incredible students in their quest to change the world. Join us each and every week as we uplift our youth and help them on their journey to the bright future they deserve. So until next time, God bless. From your friends on A Better Chance for Youth television show with your host Monique Robinson.